Well, hello, beautiful people. It's me, Yvette. I'm back from Egypt. The Nubian queen is here. And I missed you guys so much. Good morning, beautiful people. Well, here I am. It's Testimonial Tuesday. I know it's been a while because I have missed you guys, and I hope that you've missed me as well. I have so much to share, but only a little bit of time because I try to keep it to 7-8 minutes. So I don't want to take too much of your time. But when we left off, I was telling you guys how I started going raw and drinking juices and making all type of vegetable juices and fruit juices. Do you know, and I told you how I love meat. I did it for 2 weeks straight. My entire body felt so clean, refreshed. I didn't even want any meat. I didn't even want anything to weigh my body down. So let me tell you, after I went to Egypt, and I haven't got back to my routine, but I am going to get started by next week. And I can't wait to tell you guys more about that. Enough of that. Let me tell you a little bit about my Egypt trip, and then I'll give you a little testimony because it's really weird, some things that happened. But I had an amazing trip. I had an Egyptianologist who is not my friend who comes to America, so we'll be going out to lunch and things, and I may be going to visit her as well. But I was able to learn so many things because I like how they build, they're always in building mode. They first layer is for the grandparents, and then they build up for the kids and the grandkids, and they continue to build up so their family stays in the same unit. I thought that was amazing. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I also learned that they're very, I would say superstitious, but I guess spiritual. They believe that all of the tombs and the statues and everything that they have, they believe that spirits are going to come back, and they're going to come back to them. They have license for them to show them where their treasures are, as well as they show them their servants that they buried live that's going to come back to them. So I call it superstitious, but that's their religion and that's what they believe. And if that's what they believe, who am I to say anything else about it? And also, it bothered me, because God sent me as a spirit to someone. And I was like, oh my gosh, if God is sending spirits to statues, why would he send me to a regular person? So that's been something that stayed on my mind. But then something amazing happened that I'm like, oh my God, what does this all really truly mean? So first I want to tell you that I knew that I was supposed to go on this trip because God sent me so many blessings, and things came from out of nowhere to make sure that I went on my trip. So I was like, okay, God, I'm following, because God lines things up. And I know when he lines people up, he lines people up, he lines things up, and everything works out the way it's supposed to, and it's so smooth. And so I was there. So God was blessing me and blessing me. I was like, oh my gosh, he really wants me to go on this trip. He really wants me to go on this trip. What am I going to experience? Well, I had an amazing time. I rode a camel. I got to see the pyramids. I got to see the way that people live. I was able to hang out with some locals, take pictures. They gave me a tattoo, but it's gone now. But I had an amazing time. We danced. You see I have on their outfit, and I really love it. It's so calm. It's just comfortable and easy. And so I had a wonderful time. But when I got sick. I got sick the last 3 days, and I was in the bed. I didn't eat for 3 or 4 days. I don't know if it was the water. I know it wasn't the food because I was really on a light fruit kind of diet thing, but whatever. I ended up getting sick, and so I was sick for 3 days. I came back to here, and I was still sick for 3 days. Then I went to church, and I heard my pastor say he had went overseas as well, and he got sick and was in the hospital. I've never even heard of, he was like, I've never even got sick before, and I've done this several times. So I was like, oh, that's just strange. I'm sick, he's sick at the same time. That was just weird for me, but I let that go. So I'm supposed to have bunion surgery, and I'm so excited. Well, I'm supposed to have it, and when you're talking on your phone always pulls up whatever you're talking about. So it pulls up that they was doing bunion research, and I could make $2,500. Okay, if I'm having the surgery, Might as well get paid for it. So I said, okay, I'll try it. So I called them. They said, come in. And so, of course, they have to run tests. So they ran tests and they came back and they said, we need you to come back. And I said, okay. We said, we have a critical report. And I was like, okay. They said, you're pregnant. I laughed because that's very funny. I have my tubes tied. I'm in post-menopause after 7 years. Plus, I've been celibate 15 years. So that was a joke. So I sent it to all my family. I was like, the craziest, funniest thing, they said I was pregnant. So I have to come back, do it again. This time, they said again. It wasn't as funny as it was the last time because now it's like, hold up, what's wrong? Something is wrong. My brother, oh, that's because you're married and you're having Jesus. Now, Jesus did tell me 3 or 4 months ago he's coming back, but he ain't coming back through me. I said, so my brother laughed and I said, this isn't a joke. I said, I know I have radical faith and I really trust and are obedient to God. I ain't got that kind of faith. So I took another test. Do you know it came back that I was pregnant? So help me, Lord, because I need to understand what you're trying to tell me. I done went over there and got sick and got pregnant. Come on, help me out, Lord. So I just wanted to give you guys this little testimony and just say hi and welcome. I'm glad I'm back to the States, and I can't wait to tell you some really good stories. But I just wanted to tell you that because I thought that was just so weird that God would think that I could be married and hold a baby. I can't. I don't have a father. Lord, I told the nurse, I said, I don't even have a daddy for my baby. She said, yeah. I said, I'm not having a baby. Y'all have a wonderful day. Love to talk to you next week. Bye-bye.